And Taro Edune, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Today I'm reacting to Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void, all cinematics, cutscenes and edited gameplay by Exletalis. This is part 7. If you want to check out my previous reactions and also the prologue campaign, remember the playlist card will be at the top. Just click on it and you're able to access them. Yes, in part 6 we were dealing with the Purifiers, trying to convince them to join forces with Artanis and everybody else against Amon. It was successful. Cybros is now activated and it is joining forces with the Protoss. And now we are heading off to the Tal'Darim homeworld. I'm thinking that's what it was. We're going to help out Alarak in his quest to become the new High Lord of the Tal'Darim. But you know, to do that he has to defeat Malash. So we are now in that process of, you know, organizing that kind of meeting between Malash and Alarak, where they would, you know, fight each other to the death, and the victor shall become the new leader of the Tal'Darim. Let's start. 3, 2, 1, go.
I wish to know more about this Rak'Shir, your ritual combat.
To understand Rak'Shir, you must first understand the sacred chain of ascension that ultimately links to Amon. Each of us is shackled to his will, and to the will of he who is in the link above. And yet, there is a way to ascend. By blade and blood, any Tal'Darim can usurp the position of the one above his station. It is through this ritual that Amon's ascendants are assured to be the most capable to carry out his will.
Then Malash is the most powerful of your people?
He is considered so, but he has yet to face me.
I cannot bring myself to hope for Alarak's victory.
Such confidence from Alarak. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
But I also cannot hope for his defeat.
What possible source of void energy is emanating from Slain? Hybrid? I shudder to think what lurks below. I've been
Wait, is that the name of the planet? Slain? Okay.
analyzing the Tal'Darim's war machines. Their technology is cloned from Kalai designs. Aside from the construction materials, there is little deviation. How is this feat possible?
There have always been legends of vessels that set out into the cosmos and never returned, of attack forces gone missing.
I have heard these stories. Whispers of angry spirits of our past that strike when you are most vulnerable. Imagine if all this time we have been fighting an unknown war against the Tal'Darim.
It would explain a great deal.
How sad. They are thieves, never knowing the joys of their own invention. How despicable.
Our scouts are reporting the Dominion is attempting to fight back the Golden Armada. Despite their efforts, multiple systems have fallen. Whatever shall we do with this Alarak? He is quite unpleasant.
There are things I
Tell me about it, Vorazan.
understand about the Tal'Darim. Their zeal, their desire to appease their god. What I cannot understand is why Amon would cast aside his loyal allies so easily. Why he would betray their sacred trust and treat them as fodder.
I have felt his grand ambitions, Artanis. The dark truth is, Amon wishes no allies, aside from his hybrid.
Yes, basically the Tal'Darim are just tools. Once he's done with them, he'll throw them out, like everything else. Even the hybrids, I think. You know, yes, he wants the hybrids to be, you know, his last creations once he has victory. But even they will be thrown aside once he consumes the galaxy. So, yeah.
He believes he's ending the cycle of violence, but he only brings about an eternity of abomination.
In order to invoke the challenge of Rak'Shir, preparations must be completed, as the decrees of old describe. Ready your warriors. Malash will surely attempt to interfere. These are Malash's guardians. I need you to eliminate them before I proceed.
If it must be done. Wait, what is that strange fog?
Terrazine. It flows in cycles from the chasms of Slain, bringing us closer to the void. Amon's forces will be able to manifest until the flow subsides. They do not possess their full power here, yet they will strike at your base ruthlessly.
I thought you promised an assured victory, Alarak.
You enjoy a challenge, do you not?
Very well. My forces will pursue the Guardians while it is clear. When the Terrazine flows, we must endure the onslaught.
You know, in not Heart of the Swarm, maybe Wings of Liberty, the Terrazine wasn't purple like this. It was green in color, if I'm not mistaken, right? So this is a change, I think, from the previous versions of the Terrazine as they described it or showed it to us. And it seems like portals open as soon as the Terrazine gas starts erupting to the surface. Portals from another dimension, probably the void, opens up and then creatures come out, as we just saw. That was quite interesting to see. And there was a being or a person in some sort of like a statue kind of structure. I'm wondering, is that Malash or is it someone else in that statue that we saw? Like the person was busy floating there. I'm not sure. But yeah, so far Slain is not a very pretty place, you know. It's not a pretty place. It's very Tal'Darim. Yeah.
The Terrazine will rise shortly, my warriors. Be vigilant.
Void rays can now be warped in at our Stargate. They are ideal for intercepting foes in the battle ahead.
Well done, Phase-Smith. We will make good use of them.
This vessel shall avenge.
Watum Toradas.
The Shadow Guard waits.
Let us attack.
The Guardians stand watch over the shrines. Kill them slowly and painfully.
My people will fight with honor, even when we are fighting for you. But first, we must establish our defenses.
Alarak, come on, man. Kill them slowly and painfully? What the hell?
The battle begins.
Upgrade complete. We are at full power. Phase crystals charged.
Is that a Tal'Darim mothership, right? I think so.
I have returned. From the shadows I come.
Adun Toridas. We have destroyed a Tal'Darim mothership.
Excellent. Only one remains.
Zerashk Gulida. In the name of the many. Yes. For ire. You should have everything now, Phase-Smith.
Thank you, Hierarch. I shudder to think of what they were planning to do with it.
So be it.
Base is under attack.
The Fallen still serve.
Your warriors have engaged.
What kind of creatures are those that fire projectile weapons at the Protoss structures? Because usually, you know, the foot soldiers of Protoss have those side blades, right? And I was assuming maybe even the Tal'Darim have something similar to that. But it seems like these ones, if they are foot soldiers, I'm not sure. I can't really tell because they, you know, shrouded in darkness. So I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, they seem quite interesting that they fire long range instead of coming in close quarter combat like all the other Protoss.
Amon's forces are gone. Now's your chance to attack the Guardians.
Okay, so those were Amon's forces, not Tal'Darim per se. Okay.
Behold the strength of the Chosen.
Nice mask. I have to admit, that was a very nice mask.
Tal'Darim ships are heading towards our nexus, Hierarch.
Bring them down!
You call upon me? In the name of the many, as the Shadow will. Yes. Aye. So be it. Your power is greater than we believed, Firstborn. Another Guardian has fallen. What a thrilling sight.
If it is so thrilling, why not join us?
Well, I must save my strength to face Malash, of course.
Of course, Aralag, of course. Okay, so now I know who those people were, you know, who were on top of those buildings. It was a Guardian of Malash. Alright.
We approach the void. Ready your warriors. The fallen still serve. In the name of our foes, grow bold.
Our pylon is under attack.
So be it. Our foes grow bold.
The void shades that we see here, they seem like Zerg, you know, like the Ultralisks, and other, you know, units from either the Zerg or maybe even the Protoss. But they're called void shades. Okay.
I'm waiting. You know little of Alarak, or you would not aid him. His forces are gone. Now's your chance to attack the Guardians. Oh, what glorious deaths. You do well to promote my cause, Artanis.
I only hope that is true.
Base is under attack.
The way Alarak is celebrating, it's so weird. Oh gosh.
Mirage Gulio.
Base is under attack.
The fallen still serve. I'm waiting.
Base is...
We face the enemy.
You will stand against a god? Very well. You go to your death, Alarak. The Dark God will destroy you. I have heard enough of his lies.
The ritual is complete. What now?
Well, they were not part of the ritual, but these traitors would have aided Malash in it, and I wish to see them die. Now,
So, what did we come here for again if they were not part of the ritual? So, okay, no. But I think, yes, Alarak was correct in saying that, you know, we need to kill them so that we don't have any obstacles going forward to Malash. But still, he should have informed us about this first, you know. Tell us first that we need to take care of his guards, his guardians, and then we're going to start the ritual. But anyways, it's water under the bridge.
the time has come. High Lord, hear me. I invoke the right of Rakshir. Fight me according to our laws, or die a coward.
We meet in combat at daybreak. You shall have your challenge.
Did you see how big Malash was compared to Alarak? Okay.
I am going to make this clear. The Templar are not a weapon you can wield as you wish. We are not here to slay your enemies under false pretenses. Deceive me again, and this alliance of ours comes to an end.
Slaying Malash's guardians fulfilled more than one purpose. Once the High Lord lies dead at my feet, none will challenge my rule. After all these years, my victory is nearly at hand. I feel his concern, Artanis. He knows that I'm coming for him.
Malash?
No. Amon. Through the breath of creation, I peer beyond the veil. Oh, yes, I feel his rage washing over me. He knows I no longer fear him. He knows that the Tal'Darim have no collar for him to control. I will turn the Chosen against him.
Do not assume you are already victorious, Alarak. Do not let the Terrazine cloud your judgment. You have a battle to win first.
The battle is already won. In my mind's eye, I have delivered the killing blow in 1,000 ways.
From my experience, overconfidence is your opponent's greatest ally. Do not let yours aid Malash.
Spoken as one who welcomes defeat.
This guy. Yes, he certainly does not lack for confidence, but man, just tone it down a bit, you know. Just listen to what Artanis has to say. Don't let your overconfidence cloud your judgment on this.
Malash has proven himself to be a dangerous leader.
Indeed. That's why my victory shall be the sweetest of ecstasy.
Has he defeated many in this rite?
Countless. He ascended the chain with brutal wrath, plowing through all who opposed him. It's as if he were blessed by the Dark God. They called him the Blade of Amon.
And still he was challenged?
It is our way. He defeated each with lingering cruelty. Malash revels in bringing his challengers to the edge of death and tormenting them for a time after.
That does not comfort me, Alarak.
Comfort is a myth, given to younglings until they are ready for the trials and pain that is true existence. Leave me. It is time to make preparation.
Okay, yeah. No, I agree with him, you know, comfort.
I will make the Tal'Darim our allies, not Amon's.
What will happen to Alarak if he fails? I am merely curious.
Karax, the Keystone, it's
Reacting. To void energies upon the planet's surface, most likely. I've seen this before on Ulnar. This Terrazine must be directly linked to the void.
The Tal'Darim call it the breath of creation. They believe imbibing it allows them to speak directly to Amon.
A far-fetched claim, yet I cannot deny its plausibility. The substance's properties appear to be foreign to our universe.
Perhaps this is why it is so holy to them. They seek out planets rich in Terrazine and turn them into temples to their god.
And to think once I defended them when Jim Raynor and Gabriel Tash were attacking their, you know, sacred sites for the Tal'Darim and, you know, the Terrazine gas and everything. You know, when they were raiding, I should say, raiding those sites and those planets, I felt sorry for the Protoss Tal'Darim. I did not know that the Tal'Darim would become, you know, this, and they were this, you know, worshipping Amon like this. And I know some people in the comment section did tell me that I shouldn't feel sorry for the Tal'Darim, but I did, because, you know, they were attacked unprovoked. You know, they were just minding their own business, doing whatever they want to do with their properties and their planets. But then here comes Jim Raynor and Gabriel Tash raiding their Terrazine, destroying their facilities, killing their people. So I wasn't feeling all right with that, you know, because I considered Jim Raynor as a hero, or you know, someone who was fighting against the Dominion, you know. But then here he is fighting against Protoss. So I just didn't feel right about that. But now that we're here in Legacy of the Void, I'm washing my hands clean of these guys. I'm washing my hands clean. Okay, let's continue.
Our coming here may be a blessing to us. If the Keystone reacts to terrazine like it does with void energy, I may be able to use it to stress the artifact. Determine its limits.
Perhaps fate has not abandoned us completely. We must have faith.
I prefer results, Hierarch. Amon is powerful in measures that eclipse even the Queen of Blades. There is no room for uncertainty.
This chain of ascension is a despicable practice.
It is how the Kalai once thought of the Nerazim's Shadow Walk.
There is no comparison. Our society was not founded upon...
Their culture is one unyielding hierarchy, servant to master, a constant reinforcement of their bondage to Amon. But they have been lied to, Matriarch.
And how could this change if it is all they have ever known?
Our people once only knew hatred of one another, suspicion.
Yes.
We viewed your practices as barbaric, and you viewed ours as cruel. It is the same with the Tal'Darim, with the destruction of Amon and the revelation of his betrayal. I expect their entire society to seek out who they truly are and what they wish to be.
I agree, and that will take time. You know, that will take time for them to change the society, change their attitude towards everything that they've ever believed in, almost all their lives, because you know, this is their culture, this is entrenched in them. So it will take generations of them to unlearn all of that baggage. It will take them a lot of generations, but they'll get there. They'll get there.
How unfortunate that most of the Tal'Darim are blind to their faith.
The darkness within calls for the blood of Malash. Now is the hour of my ascendance. Let ReacTalk commence!
The rite of ReacTalk has begun. From this moment, only Alarak and Malash are allowed to engage each other in combat directly. One must overpower the other and reach the pit of sacrifice.
Look at that. I thought that maybe they'll be fighting like hand-to-hand combat, but no, they're using energy blasts at each other. And there's even like a psionic aura around both of them that's just swirling around like a whirlpool. Wow, power.
There, the victor will stand as the new leader of the Tal'Darim, and the loser's life will be forfeit.
They appear quite evenly matched.
This is true. However, from what I have learned, ReacTalk allows the champion's supplicants to support them psionically. Our warriors will be able to aid Alarak, but likewise, the Tal'Darim can assist Malash.
I will ready our forces. Malash will fight ruthlessly to hold on to his power. We must be prepared to do the same.
The Tal'Darim will send warriors to aid Malash shortly. We should ensure Alarak has sufficient reinforcements.
Malash is drawing power from the Tal'Darim. Alarak will need the support of our warriors.
Hierarch, I don't understand how this is possible, but my scanners are detecting high solarite concentrations in the native beasts here.
We ought to pursue them. However, I think it best if we don't inform Alarak of this little diversion.
Understood, Hierarch.
That's very naughty of you, Artanis.
Gerasut, I walk the shadowed path.
Basically, these guys are animal poachers. You guys are poaching very, I should say rare animals on this planet. Animals that have solarite. That's wrong.
My vengeance will not be delayed. Send me your warriors.
Well done, warriors. The first beast has been slain.
Your death will be quick, Alarak. I have already wasted too much time on your heresy.
Your psionic power courses through me. Move forward, slaves. Kill all who aid Malash.
You would do well to remember that I command these warriors, Alarak, not you. A Tal'Darim...
Like, really, it is so funny. Alarak is celebrating. He's like, yes, my slaves, keep it up. Give me your psionic energy. And then Tannis is like, hey, when I remember. Remember, I'm here as your partner. Okay, we are not here to be led by you. We're here to work with you. Wow.
Attack force is inbound on our nexus point.
Brothers, attack the Firstborn directly. I walk the shadowed path.
Base is under attack.
Locking on to the beast's coordinates. Warping it aboard.
Hierarch, I am sensing hybrid. They come to aid Malash.
Amon's harbingers, join our struggle. Fight well, warriors, and you will also ascend into hybrid.
Oh, you lie with such conviction. It is almost admirable.
It would be wise for us to build a second nexus here.
My vengeance will not be delayed. Send me your warriors.
The Death Fleet descends.
Now I have all of them. My preliminary scans indicate that the solarite deposits are a byproduct of the beast's unusual digestive system.
Are you saying that they're... Wait. Never mind. I do not wish to know.
This is not looking good.
It is a good day to die. The Shadow God, none. Our blades meet the enemy. Our blades meet the enemy.
I sense more hybrid approaching. Be ready.
It is a good day to die.
Our confrontation draws to a close, Malash. Soon everyone will know the depth of your treachery.
Begin.
Bring your forces to me, Artanis. I need their power.
My master has already won, Alarak. You will lead our people to their doom.
You are right about one thing, Malash. I will lead them.
The Death Fleet descends. It is a good
Tal'Darim, by the right of ReacTalk, I am your High Lord. Listen and obey. Malash promised you lies. There is no ascension. The Tal'Darim will never be uplifted and become hybrid. Amon betrayed us, and for this, he must die.
Wait, are they cheering or are they booing? I couldn't really tell, but okay.
The Tal'Darim have yielded to my authority, and the Death League is now under my command. I will use them both to avenge Amon's betrayal.
Do your people believe in this cause, as you do?
What they believe is of little consequence. What matters is that they obey.
You choose to rule differently than I, Alarak. Despite this, we may not only end the violence between our kind, but forge a powerful alliance.
Can we now? My people are vastly different than yours, Hierarch.
We both desire vengeance, and we are both Protoss. Is that not enough?
Very well. Submit to my absolute authority, and we may indeed unite our forces.
Do not test me, Tal'Darim. Amon is a mighty foe. Your people cannot hope to stand alone against him. You will side with me, and together we will send him back to the abyss.
So you do understand my culture after all.
The moment he said, "You will side with me," you will. There is no option. You will. You sound exactly like the Tal'Darim, Artanis. You are really incorporating all these different cultures and, you know, morphing it into your own tree, if I can say that.
Save it for now. We have struck another bargain.
Have the Tal'Darim accepted the truth of Amon's betrayal?
Some have. Others dare not question my commands.
None wish to declare ReacTalk upon you.
Let them. No one can stand in the way of my vengeance. This grows tiring. We have done what we came to do. Set course for Ire, and let us bring this war to Amon.
Do not dare give me orders, Alarak. We will return to Ire only when I believe the time is right.
Let's hope that time comes soon.
The Protoss are one.
Do not think what is...
They are one, but they kind of feel shaky here, you know. I'm really worried. With you and Alarak always butting heads like this, hey.
Happened here will spare Alarak from my watchful eye.
I did not expect it to.
If he dares to betray us or takes any action against you, I promise his blood will coat these corridors.
Good. That is what I am counting on.
The Templar and the Tal'Darim have joined forces.
I wonder if he really means that literally. I think he's just meaning that, you know, figuratively, like, you will kill him, but his blood won't be splattered across the corridors. I don't think. Not that drastic, no.
Unbelievable.
Rohana.
I can see it, Artanis. The truth Amon wishes to hide. While his brethren, the Xel'Naga, slumbered through the millennia, Amon and his followers descended upon Ire.
And he uplifted our people. They ruled over us as teachers, as gods.
He changed us, manipulated our essence. But we grew beyond his control. He and his followers fled to Xeris to create the Zerg. The hybrid are the culmination of his efforts. False Xel'Naga, created in his image. They We must.
Rohana, this is too dangerous. You cannot go on like this.
I must, Hierarch. It is my duty to know the truth, to bear it. I know now. This is my purpose.
Artanis, you should know my fear of the Tal'Darim is not of the now, but what becomes of them if Amon is defeated.
You fear they will never integrate with our society.
They share our blood, but they are not like us. You know in your heart that may never change.
It is true. A great battle may loom on the horizon ahead of us, but it's a risk we must take.
It is a great risk.
The dawn of a unified Protoss requires much. Like the threads of a cloth, we must come together and be stronger because of it.
To think what we become with their culture influencing us, changing us.
Yes, we will be changed. And perhaps that is what you fear more than battle. The path ahead is uncharted, Matriarch.
No, it is you.
Yes, it's uncharted, it's a brave step, you know. You have to leap into the darkness and try to find the light. And I know you guys will, you know, you will find a way. I know Alarak can be a bit difficult, but I'm sure all three leaders, you know, will find a solution to any kind of situation that might occur. Yeah.
Hierarch, as ordered, my Dark Templar have tracked Mobius Core to their base within the asteroid belt of Revanskar.
Well done. Karax, what do you know of their defenses?
The asteroid field is highly volatile and guards the base's outer rim. The Spear of Adun will not be able to pass. However, our carriers could strike at the heart of the facility.
We will set a course at once. Amon has taken away my armies. So shall I take away his. Ready our ships for assault.
Hierarch, Mobius Core's vessels are not moving into attack position.
Something isn't right.
Our shielding has been punctured. I'm detecting Terran cloak signatures on the lower decks, heading toward the bridge.
Templar, to me! We will not let the Spear of Adun fall! Karax, we cannot let this assault interfere with our plan. Mobius Core will not expect a counterattack. Though you are not a warrior, you know their defenses better than any other. I entrust this task to you, Facesmith. Lead our carriers against the facility, while my warriors hold here.
As you command, Hierarch.
Alarak is like, I'm watching you. You better do a good job.
With our ship boarded, I need our best warriors here. I know you are not trained for battle, Facesmith, but with your tactical expertise, you can destroy this facility. Go now, with my full faith behind you.
The Mobius facility. As we suspected, this is where Amon's hybrid armies are born. The operation is fueled by 3 power cores. Destroying them will destabilize the facility and allow us to annihilate the remaining structure. If I establish our nexus point on the outer edge of the platform, the Templar can fight their way in. There are no ground paths and few minerals. Fortunately, our carriers are ready now. With their help, I might have a chance. This platform has been locked by Mobius security protocols. They cannot be too difficult to decipher. If I gain access, I should be able to move the platform to areas with additional minerals. Well, at least there's enough resources here to get started.
The Shadow Golf.
I thought you'd see it my way. May I be of service?
Karax, we are having difficulty repelling the hybrid on the Spear of Adun. Have you located their stasis chambers?
My scans show 2 chambers nearby. They appear to run on solarite. We could use it more than ever. It is done. I have access to the controls. The platform is operational. These navigational controls in the upper right of the command display will allow me to move it toward additional resources. The enemy will not be far, though. I should send some ships to scout ahead before we relocate.
Carrier has arrived.
Okay, that was quite interesting how the platform can just shift with all, you know, the infrastructure of your base as well, moving along with it like that to a different position. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think I've actually seen something like this in any other kind of game, really. Huh.
I am detecting several banshees approaching our nexus.
Amon has awoken. We sleep no more.
When were you sleeping, Mobius Corp lady? When were you sleeping? I don't get what you're saying there, but okay.
Justice is served.
It is a good day to die.
Is that a new weapon? Wow.
Victory awaits. To victory.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Some experiments should never be done. The power core is destroyed. Mobius core energy reserves dropping to 66%.
Excellent work, Phase Smith. Press on.
Does Exletalis move the platform, or does the platform move by itself? You know, like it has a time limit for how long it stays in one position and then it moves to the next position. I'm just wondering about that.
The hybrid chambers are gone, and their solarite is ours. That went better than I'd hoped.
I walk the shadowed path. Die in the name of Amon.
No, I will leave that to you.
Karax, Mobius Core's battle cruisers are warping away from the Spear of Adun.
You go, Karax.
Yes, I believe I have found them. It is no matter. We will not be deterred. The final power core has been destroyed. We must strike now. Pilot, is the Spear of Adun secure?
Yes, we repelled the invaders before they could reach the solar core. Our weapon systems are yours to command.
It was my honor to serve. Fire!
Amon's hybrid facility lies in ruin. His hybrid armies shattered. And yet, for the briefest of moments, we lingered on the cusp of ruin.
We endured because of the actions of one brave Templar. In the midst of darkness, I have seen a light. I have seen defiant hope. Carax of the Kalai, you were born a craftsman from a caste of engineers. But now, you stand as a warrior. Today, it is clear that the age of castes has come to its end. Today, we must all become Templar.
Guys, I'm sorry. But Alarak, oh my gosh. This guy. Oh gosh. Okay, that's it for StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void Part 7. All cutscenes and cinematics and edited gameplay done by X-Letalis. Alarak. Oh, this man. Like, the moment Carax was coming towards, you know, the podium where Artanis and everybody else was, you know, his eyes were like, oh, please. So what if you won in that battle? So what? You know, this guy. He can't even celebrate a victory if it's, you know, done by someone else, you know. Oh, he is such... He's an entertainer, but he's also a buzzkill, you know. Oh my gosh. But guys, yeah. Well done to Alarak and to everybody else for winning the Rickshaw or Rickshear single combat against Malash. Now the Tal'Darim are under the control of the new High Lord, who is Alarak. And we have now destroyed the base that creates the hybrids for Amon, the Mobius Corpse base. And yeah, also have to congratulate not Alarak, Carax for successively destroying the base and also being promoted into a Templar. And yeah, it's well deserved. I think it is well deserved. And I just wonder what Amon is going to do now. You know, he has lost his Tal'Darim, and he's also lost his ability to create new hybrids. Unless if there's more facilities somewhere else in the galaxy where he can create more hybrids. But essentially, I think, you know, the most dangerous types of hybrids, probably we won't see them anymore. We'll probably see the smaller versions and not those big beluga whale kind of hybrids. Yeah, but guys, yeah, this was very entertaining. Alarak really stole the show for me. He's made me laugh so much today. And Artanis is also changing. You know, he is adapting to all situations that are brought before him, you know, in terms of Alarak and the Tal'Darim and the Nerazim and Matriarch Vorazan, you know, and he's incorporating their styles of leadership and their knowledge and their experience into him, and thus he projects that sort of mixed leadership, you know, to his companions and battle brothers and sisters at arms. Yeah, so so Artanis really is evolving into a statesman of the Protoss, not just one faction but all three factions of it, or should I say four, because the Purifiers are their own people now as well, so I should say four factions. Yeah, the Purifiers, the Tal'Darim, the Nerazim, and the Kalai. So yeah, definitely he is uniting all of these forces under his leadership, and it's shaping up pretty well, I think. Yeah, shaping up pretty well. Okay guys, that's it for today. If you liked the video, remember to give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click on notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos, and I will see you next week, Wednesday. Okay, bye-bye.